So we've got a gopher problem here on the ranch, and gophers can be terribly, terribly destructive in the garden. We probably lost 5, 6 zucchini plants last year as he made his way through because they were eating the roots from the bottom. We found him out here by the grapes and the fruit trees. We found some evidence, and we're going to go ahead and set a trap. So we prefer to trap because we don't want to set out poison. We do have cats. We don't want the gophers getting poisoned and maybe the cats getting into the poison or getting into a poisoned gopher. We just don't want to deal with that.
It's not just that. The poisons say that they're first generation only. That's what they used to say. They no longer say that because they're finding that it's not just first generation.
All right, so what Donna's referring to with the first generation poison, there was a time back in the day where you would buy the poison for rodents, rats, mice, etc., and it was called first generation. And what that would mean is it would poison the rodent that you were feeding it to, but it would not poison the secondary animal, cat, for example, that might have come along and ate it. And what Donna noticed a while back now is that those no longer say first generation poisons, meaning that it could perhaps hurt your animal, your kitty cat, which we don't want to happen. So we're going to use something that we've been using for a very long time. I'll get some close-ups of this later, but this is a black hole, and it's a black hole gopher trap. I'll give you a link down below. They're made here in the USA. That trap right there is probably 25 or maybe 30 years old. It's never broken. It's always worked, and that's the way to catch a gopher. And if you're not familiar with that, I'm going to show you how to bait it, set it, and put it into the proper hole. So what you got to do is you have to find a horizontal hole. A horizontal hole for the gopher, his trail basically. So what I found was a mound over here that he had kicked some dirt up and a mound over here that he had kicked some dirt up. And I'm going to go in between them and I'm digging down, and I have found his horizontal hole. So you want to come down here. I have found his horizontal hole right there. You see my fingers going in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take the black hole. Now this is a cable trap. So it's kind of like a mouse trap, but this is cable operated. So once I set it, so once he trips it, he's going to go in there and hit a lever, and as he goes in, and once he does, that's going to snap up and going to catch him, and it kills him pretty much instantly. It's very, very strong. So I'm going to bait this with a little bit of just chicken food that I've got. Okay, and we're going to set this, and to do that you're just going to bring this lever across. There's a little hole that it fits into, that the hook fits into right there, and that's it. She's set. So he's going to go in, hit that, trips this lever, releases the spring-loaded trap. See how heavy these springs are? So what we're going to do is we're going to set this I like it, put it like that so that it doesn't get obstructed on there. So we're going to set it right in that hole. You got that there?
Yep.
Okay, great. So now I'm going to bury it. And it sounds counterintuitive, but you have to block the light. So you don't want to put the dirt in there harsh because you don't want the trap inadvertently tripping. So you're just going to surround that trap. Just lay that dirt on there lightly. And there you go. So here's our other gopher trap. So the cats are great with getting rodents. They're fantastic. They bring us little gifts all the time, rodents and mice and what have you. When you've got a homestead, a ranch, a farm, you're going to have livestock. You're going to put out feed. If you put out feed, you're going to have predators and you're going to have pests. That's just part of life. So you have to learn to deal with these predators and pests. The challenge with the cats is, as good as they are at it, they can't always get them. It's a matter of opportunity. The gophers live underground. They have to be at a gopher hole, which they can hear them, they can smell them, they can feel them on the ground digging. So you'll find the cats kind of hanging out in a particular spot. You know there's a gopher there. But if he's not there at the exact moment that gopher pops his head up or is close enough into that hole, they actually reach in and grab them. If they're not there at that time, they just won't have success. So you do have to use alternative methods to take care of these gophers because, you know, if you're a gardener, you know they will destroy everything they get their hands on. And Donna's just put too much work into this garden to let that happen. So we're going to catch this bugger. The black hole always works. It always works. And we'll see how this goes. All right, so we got him. I just dug this up. Didn't have the camera the second I was digging it up, but there he is. And that's the black hole. You see that okay in there?
Yep.
That's the black hole. I'll put a link for these down below. So for some reason we had a lot of challenges getting this particular guy. It took about 3 times. 2 times or 3 times?
Some 3 probably.
3? Yeah.
But then you found that the wires were bent.
Yeah, this, the latch, the hook is kind of sets like a mouse trap. I think I showed you how it's set before. If not, I'll redo that. But this was really, really bent and tweaked, and I had to straighten it out. This hook was bent here. The shaft was bent. We've had this thing for 25
Probably, yep.
years, and the black hole trap is exactly the same today. But that's how you catch a gopher. Find that horizontal hole, dig it up, bait the trap. We just use a little chicken feed in this particular one, and you set it in that open hole. And here I'll show you the hole. So there it is right there. See down in there?
Yep.
So there was an exit hole over here somewhere, over here. And there was another exit hole over here. So I knew they were probably connected. I dug down, found where the connection was. Set the trap in this way. The first time, nothing happened. He just backfilled it. Set it this way. We found the cat's actually lying on the mound.
Because it smells good.
So now we know why. So we'll probably just, we're gonna fill in this hole and we'll give this to the animals.
Yep.
And that's the black hole. That's how you catch a gopher.
Our 2-acre world gives us a simple life.